Laurie, what did you make of Xavi's departure from the club, first of all?
Well, we were really disappointed. Everyone's been, really disappointed that things haven't worked out the way we'd hoped. I was witness to how hard the manager worked at the club, day in, day out. All night, all the time. His commitment to moving Dundee United forward was unquestionable, and so for it not to have worked out as we'd hoped was really disappointing.
Was it a huge surprise given last weekend's result, though?
Well, we know that football is based around results, and unfortunately, the hard work that he's put in, that we've all put in, to implement changes behind the scenes and to implement a different structure to the club, and different training regimes, different staff set up, all those changes that have been really difficult over a short period. They don't really come into it when the results on the pitch aren't positive. So that's the nature of the game, and that's part of the disappointment.
You're in temporary charge here. Would you like an opportunity to make that permanent?
I'm just be concentrating on the game at the weekend. That really is it. I speak to the chairman every day, and his interests are looking forward to the weekend and how we're going to go to get 3 points. And that's what we need to get. We need to get the club 3 points. We need to get a buzz, about the place after a good positive result. But we also know how difficult that's going to be. And I've been solely focused this week on making sure we give ourselves a good chance in that game, because we know how difficult it is. We're playing Ayr United, they're 5 points ahead, and it's a difficult place to go at the best of times, so it's a real challenge.
A win there, of course, would certainly stake your claim, though.
Honestly, I'm not thinking about that at the moment. I really am, and I'm going to be boring here, and I'm going to just tell you that my sole focus, I'm a bit of a sideshow at the moment, because all that matters are the players doing that dressing room. The club getting 3 points at the weekend, because that gets us closer to where we want to be at this stage of the season. And so my situation, I haven't given it much thought. It's about the training pitch, it's about the squad of players, and all that is irrelevant if we don't get to produce something at 3 o'clock on Saturday.
Some former players have questioned Xabi Laszlo's control at the club. Rumours of the players answering the manager back, and some of the tactics, maybe bamboozling players with tactics, and maybe overtraining. What's your response to that?
No, the training regime that we've got at the club is replicated at numerous top clubs throughout Europe. And the basis of it was based on the manager's experience, in Europe, and with that kind of training regime. I personally trained under a foreign manager years ago, when we trained Monday to Friday every day, and it was the first time I'd done it, and it was the best I felt come a Saturday. So I know how we trained, I know how the week was tailored, I know the different elements of work that we did on the different days, geared to being in good shape on a Saturday. And that's the way that's my take on it.
And in terms of the discipline, players answering the manager back, is that something that...
No, we've never had a disciplinary problem. Not at all. I think it would have been mentioned a long time before now if we'd had a discipline problem, that's for sure.
Just the ex-players having a go, do you think?
I have no idea. That's their prerogative to say what they like, and I respect everyone's opinion. But certainly I know my opinion's slightly different.
As you said, tough game, tough start for you. Ayr United doesn't really get any harder, does it?
No, they're top of the league, and deservedly so. They're absolutely flying, they're scoring goals. They've got a really good mix of experience, players that I've played against as well, and I know how tough and steely they can be. And they've got good creative players in their team. They've got a very experienced manager, so we've got a lot of respect for what they're doing at the moment, and right now they're above us.
Is it a bonus that you've got all these players coming back, some of the better calibre of player, more experienced players coming back at possibly the right time for you?
Well, you might say better calibre of player. I look at, we've got a squad of 20 training today, and every one of those players is taking a claim, and they're all good players. That's why they're at this club. So we've had a few injury issues early in the season, like every team has. We're now getting over a few of those hurdles, and so it's a competitive squad.
What have you said to the players today? What have you said following the manager's departure?
I've said a lot of things, but mainly just geared towards how we can play on Saturday. And I've had a word with a couple of boys that might have an influence on Saturday and how they can help the game. And but generally, just trying to gear towards Saturday, being constructive, being positive, maybe clipping a couple of wings. A little bit of a mix of everything.
Do the players realise that there has to be some reaction to that defeat and some improvement?
Absolutely. I mean, last weekend was really difficult. It was, you know, difficult to take in loads of respects. It was certainly wasn't the result we wanted. You know, dealing with the second half with 10, from the majority of the second half with 10 men was difficult, already being, you know, several goals down. So there was a lot that the players had to deal with, and it's important that they acknowledge that they're part in that and that they're part in what happened thereafter. But we also need to make sure we can make that one-off, remove that from our, not remove it completely from our heads, but, you know, use it in a positive way come Saturday, and not just this Saturday, beyond that as well. Well, as I said, we're coming back to kind of, you know, getting out of an injury situation. So it might be a wee bit early for a couple of players. Nicky Clark's joined us to train, but he's had a few weeks out, and Nicky always looks sharp in training because he's a quality player.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be a bit soon for him. And Sam Stanton, Billy King, Fraser Fivey, they've all had a good week's training. They're returning. So
are they in the squad, are they? Or?
Well, the squad that we train with today included them, and that'll probably be a squad to select from at the weekend.
Okay. Good.